Laheating, hello and welcome to another Neimoidian collection video. Now today we're going to go back in time a bit compared to some of the more recent pieces that I've been reviewing lately and have a look at one of the first pieces that I ever got when I first decided to collect Neimoidians and Duros. This is the Micro Machines Action Fleet mini scene of the Naboo Theed Palace. I believe it's either number 4 or number 7 in the set. I cannot remember for the life of me. It's on Rebel Scum. I'm sure some kind viewer will correct me in the comments. This was released in 1999, back when the film first came out. This is up there with the Walking Lot Doll Throne as one of my favourite pieces in the collection, simply because of how much detail they managed to squeeze into such a small little playset. You've got battle droids against the back wall, and what I really love is that they've put Rune in. They put a fully painted Rune in next to Darth Maul. They're not movable, I'm afraid. They are just decorations, very much like the battle droids themselves, but I think that they just add so much to the set. The fact that they actually put Rune in as a decoration, that was kind of the thing that prompted me to buy this originally. I was, when I first started out, a bit more selective in what I added to my collection. Nowadays it's more like if there's even a trace of a Neimoidian on it, I want it, but back then it had to be a bit more explicit, and the fact that both Newt and Rune are included in this set one way or another was sort of what sealed the deal for me. As you can see, it's got a moving Mechno chair, and it comes with 2 figures, one of Newt and one of Co Bibble. Now, those of you who watched my international pieces review will actually notice something a bit similar about these two, in that they are the exact same figures released in these tiny little blister packs. These were Japan exclusives, as you can see by the back. I'm not sure if they actually released the mini scenes themselves in Japan, but I have seen the complete collection of these mini figures. I don't have the complete collection, unfortunately, but they did release the figures themselves in these tiny little blister packs. And actually, since I did that video, I've got 2 more of these. There was a seller in Japan selling both of these, and I effectively cleared out his shop. There were only 2 to begin with, but I wanted them. They were cheap. They were ridiculously cheap. I think they were only about $5 a piece. I may keep both of them. I may do a giveaway at some point if I sort of get enough viewers to make it really make it really worth it. I don't know. Stay tuned for that. I'll get back to you on that. But anyway, back to this. The figures are removable, of course, as you've seen. In fact, even on the blister packs, they even have the little peg holes in them. Newt can actually sit on the throne, sort of, and you can send him for a ride. As you can see, it's not the most realistic or accurate of representations of a Neimoidian sitting on a Mechno chair, but the thing I do like is that it doesn't do a very good job of it now, given how old the set is, but the little stands where you can actually put the figures are supposed to move. I think you can actually sort of see Co Bibble moving there. I imagine when this was first released, it was a lot easier to actually move the Mechno chair. As you can hear, it's a bit worn out now. Actually, I think the whole set's, you know, about, what, 16, 17 years old. So, as you can see, the colours are fading a bit. I'm actually not sure if those two are supposed to be 2 different colours. The bottom, as you can see, is a sort of a greyish colour. The top part is a sort of faded, very, very, very pale red. I'm not sure if it was originally supposed to be like that. I may have to double check that on Rebel Scum and get back to you on that, perhaps in the video description. The one that other thing I will mention about this is, and it actually pertains to the requests video I made not long ago in which I asked you what you would like to see on the channel. I mentioned that I have a near-complete collection of the Chibi Pokey House playset line, which I had slowly been acquiring since I was a child. If I do trial a few videos of the Chibi Pokey Houses, I will show this off, but one of the things that I loved so much about those sets was that each came with these tiny little bridges, and you could basically slip the bridges over the side of the playset and connect, you know, about 3, 4, 5 playsets to make a whole little scene. And they've done something very similar with this. They've included these little walkways with holes in them, and under the set you can see there are 3 different places to attach the bridge. The bridge, as you can see as well, is a bit like a puzzle piece, and again, I don't have any other sets in this line, but I would assume that you can actually connect the different bridges together. So not only could you slip in 2 playsets against each other, but I think you could probably attach another bridge. That, or it's just trying to recreate the brick pattern. I'm honestly not certain. I would have to get the other scenes in the line to actually be able to test that. Beyond that though, there's not too much more to say. It's a fantastic little set. I think I got it dirt cheap when I actually did get it. I seem to remember I paid between $7 and $12 for it, can't remember. I don't come across them very much online now. In fact, when I did find it on eBay, it was a bit of a fluke, I think. I think that was actually why I started looking on a Yahoo sales page to begin with, because I couldn't find it on any eBay pages. But this one did come from eBay. As I say, the Yahoo seller never did get back into, or he did, which is very, very late, by which point I already had the set. It's worth having a look on eBay. I cannot remember, you know, exactly how much I paid for it. As I say, I think it was between $7 and $12 at the time. That was 5 years ago. It may be significantly more now, particularly given the re-emergence of Star Wars, so to speak, with the new film out. And again, I am going to do a discussion video in which I talk about my opinion of the film, where I could see it going, etc, etc, etc. I'll do that at a later date. But yeah, worth having a look on eBay for this, and for the complete set of these. Once I'm earning again, for those of you who wished me well on my interview, thank you very much indeed for that. Unfortunately, I didn't get that position. They told me I interviewed very well, but the person that they did hire in the end had a bit more experience than me, so, you know, fair dues. But yes, once I am actually earning again and have a bit of extra money to spend on Star Wars, I may actually try and get the rest of these sets, because if it's not clear from me talking about the Chibi Pokey House sets, I absolutely love collecting little mini scenes and displaying them. I think they are just the most wonderful things to, you know, see on a shelf all together, and again, I cannot wait until I can properly display my Chibi Pokey House sets. Unfortunately, they're all in a box at the moment. But yes, at a later date. For now, though, thank you very much indeed for watching, and may the Force and Neimoidians be with you.